Hi everybody, we're back. We're going to finish the calzone filling here. I've shredded about 10 ounces of white cheddar. Yellow cheddar would be nice too. I think you can use a pretty strong cheddar if you want to in here. Usually they put mozzarella in, and if you like the stretch, then there you go. But we like this, it's great. I mean, amazing. I've never had the opportunity to use white cheddar before we got a pile of it brought into the kitchen. Okay, so here you can see it says shredded usually for these things, but I just did those large slice things. It takes, maybe a fifth the time, and that's going to melt in there anyway. So why shred, And plus it's a slightly soft cheese, so it starts to fall apart when you're doing it. If you've got a really hard cheese, it might work. But this is fine. I've just chopped the herbs we collected a little because some of them were large leaves, and I took the stems away. There's that. Oh, you'll be famous. It's really so worth it. It's so worth it. They'll say wow and all this, and it's just, high-end cheese, and like you hardly do anything in your videos. And then we're gonna, as I said, they usually have ricotta in here. I don't have any. And they'll often have an egg, though you don't need to. So if you're not into it, don't put it in. But I think we'll keep binding it together a bit. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Now, you'll probably remember, they'll say in the recipes, beat first and all like this, and you got all these bowls to wash and all like this. But you see it sitting right there, and you can just, that's what I do. Beat it on site, You've got 3 of them, make a little bowl there like this and beat them down. So again, I made it up, with what I had on hand. And you saw how much spinach there is. So it's a great way to get your greens in. So it's, good enough. You just want to get it not too all the spinach on one side type deal. Oh, it smells pretty good. So we think. Okay, this could be a little salty, guys. But, so you might want to start with less than the salt I put in. Because you've got salty cheese. So there's filling. Now we're going to do the dough. This ought to do it. Again, always wise to have done this before, because then if you don't do it, but there you go. Coconut oil is great in this weather. Just lump a little on there. And for the sake of not getting oily, I'm not going to do it right this minute. Now this dough is the no-knead dough recipe, and it worked. I hardly had to knead it, but one thing it also is a very wet dough, which means a very loose dough, which means it sticks to everything, and it's a little hard to shape. So when I have a dough like that, then I like to flour the surface, and the dough will pick up a little. Oh, that's a lot of flour. It'll pick up a little bit. You don't need anywhere near that. Okay, just lightly dust it, guys. Oh, there's more if you need it. Okay, so there it's been in the refrigerator for 2 days. It's still very lively, and it rose a little bit. Smells fantastic. And I didn't need this stuff. So it's done a very fine job on that itself. I mean, it was very sticky. So I'm just going to put the whole ball there and just knead it enough, because I love to knead, so that it's easier to handle. Otherwise, it's all over on your hands and just right and all that. Okay, there we go. Hardly needed. Oh, you see all that flour? I'll put it back. Okay, so now that's very fine, easy to handle, and not too much flour added. And so what we're going to do is, I think 4. We're going to go ahead and cut the dough. Approximately 4. There we go. Okay, now, this is the fun bit. I have not done this before. So I think you could fill these guys with anything, as long as it wasn't like too wet, because too wet will make it difficult. Now, a lot of people would use a rolling pin. I don't have a rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin and you want to roll it, you can take a jar That's a sort of squared off jar. Let's see if it works. No, it's sticking. So, not as good as hands, I don't think. So, let's see, they, you know, for this amount, I'd say the same, a little thinner than the pizza maybe. And try and get it round. I mean, if you have a rolling pin, it probably look great. There's also just, if you kind of go like this, it's sort of, gravity does some rounding off for you. See that? But you know, no worries. People don't mind it too unround. Okay, so you see how stretchy that dough is? Very good. Okay, so now we're going to come back here. We're just going to do one, and I'll fill the rest up and you don't have to watch. Okay, it's a little bit fatter than I want it. Very stretchy, very pizza, very ha-ha. Okay, you can see that. The edges are a little fatter. Try and get it even. It won't matter a lot, I bet. Take a scoop. So, you don't want it too full or you're going to have problems. And then, if you wet the edge, where you're going to fold it over, it's also flattening out easy. Then, when you put this side, oh, that's handy, weighting it down the middle. See? Made it easier. Now I'm going to pull this over, and the wet edges probably stick together. Yeah. Okay, see that? Oh, it's cute. Okay, that's really cute. See? Well, what kid wouldn't like that? I'm just saying. I would have liked that. Okay, and just be, you know, do a little bit of minding your edge there because it'll leak out if you don't. And then I read, I've forgotten all about it. If you want to score it, you can. They didn't, though. If you had another kind of bread, I think I'm going to just leave it and see what happens. Because if it expands, it'll just make its own way. Okay, so that's it. We'll come back and what we're going to do then, let these rest for 40 minutes and then bake them.